Hi lovelies, this is Blossom. So I thought I will do a little update video because I was absent for a while and yeah. So let me tell you what happened. I had a little accident with my bicycle. It was such a lovely day, the weather was great, very warm, and it was the second time this year that my husband and I got out for a bicycle ride. And so we were driving to town because I wanted to buy a new backpack for, because the weather was so great, I want to get a new backpack for whenever we go on hikes now. And so we went to town, I bought my backpack, and then we drove back home. Oops, that was my cat, sorry. So we drove back home, and there are only it's like 500 meters that we have to drive on the street to get back home, and there's also a tunnel. And yeah, I just out of the tunnel, you just, you go left after the tunnel to go back on the bicycle roadway path. And while going, I was braking and put my arm out, and I somehow lost my balance and I fell. My cat is really crazy now. So I fell, and yeah, in the middle of the tunnel. That wasn't very good. However, I didn't hit my head or anything, so that's good. I was wearing a helmet, but you never know, But my leg really did hurt, and I tried to get up. I couldn't really stand on it. And so everybody, the people behind me in the car, they came out immediately. So good that they did brake on time, because, it could have been worse. Let's be real about that. So that was good. They came out and they asked if I need an ambulance, and I said I'm fine. And I don't know. It just hurts a bit. Of course, you just fell, so yeah, it may hurt a bit. So we went on the side, and there was a little stairway, and so I was sitting on the stairs for 10 minutes and it didn't stop hurting. Another 10 minutes, still didn't stop hurting. Another 10 minutes, and I thought, okay, I somehow wanted still to get back on the bike just to drive home. I wanted to go home because I was, exhausted. I just wanted to be on the couch and rest. And but I couldn't get up anymore from the stairs. I couldn't get the stairs up anymore. It was only 2 stairs. I couldn't get up anymore. And I thought, oh, okay, well, that's not good. I think I have to go to the hospital anyway. So I went to the hospital. They did an x-ray, and yeah, I broke my leg. So the head of the shin, you say tibia or tibia. I broke that. That's not so good. And they wanted to keep me there immediately, but I said I should go home, at least for a night. And yeah, so the next day I came in again to do not an x-ray, but a CT. And yeah, then they really said, okay, it needs surgery. There's no way around it. And then I had to stay there in hospital, and because it was over the weekend, of course, nothing happened. So I had to wait until Monday until I got the surgery, and that was so scary. I never had surgery in my life yet. I was so panicky, and the doctor came in and he told me how great surgeries and going to sleep, how that's a wonderful trip. He made it really sound like I'm gonna experience something great. I really didn't. So the day of the surgery, you get a happy pill. He said, oh, you're gonna feel great after you get that happy pill. But I really didn't. I was still scared and I wasn't relaxed or anything at all. But it did take the edge a bit off. And they gave me the pill already, and normally you go straight to surgery then. And they drove me down, and then the doctor wasn't there, so I had to go back to my room again on the happy pill and wait for another 2.5 hours until I could go to surgery. Yeah, and then that happened then quite fast, you know. When I was in the prep room for surgery, they just asked me, you know, they said I should think of a nice place, of my happy place, and they asked me, oh, where is that? And I said, oh, I don't know, maybe Glastonbury, and oh, there are so many places in England that I really would say is my happy place, and they start talking about Devon, and that's it. Then the lights went out, and I don't remember, you know, anything. I didn't have anything, you know. A lot of people see stuff or they have weird dreams or anything, nothing at all. When I woke up, that was really bad. I hated it so much. When I woke up, I was so much in pain. And they told me normally it takes like half an hour to an hour, and then you go back to your room. You know, and they also said me, you will not be that much in pain, you know, it's all gonna be under control. But I woke up screaming and crying because I was in so much pain. And it took 3.5 hours until we had the pain under control and I could go back to my room. So that wasn't really fun. And yeah, so then I still stayed in hospital until Saturday. So I was 9 days in hospital. And oh my God, I will I never want to go back into a hospital. I felt so, I know many people have much worse experiences and so on, but those days in hospital, oh wow. I'm still kind of shaken up about it. How bad that was for me. I couldn't believe all those days. I asked every day, when can I go home? When can I go home? And they didn't want to let me go. So I went on Saturday, last Saturday. And but I had to sign a paper that I go on my own responsibility because the doctor didn't want me to go home, but I couldn't take it anymore. I just couldn't. I haven't slept. The only time I slept in hospital was while I was in surgery. The rest I was like just full of panic and anxiety, sitting in my bed, you know, just like, oh my God, I want to go home. I was so scared the whole time, and I hated it so much. You know, the constant, which sounds weird, but this constant check-ins, every day, twice a day, somebody checks your temperature, your heart rate, somebody, you know, wants to get a blood sample, and oh my God, it was just way too much for me. I know others have it worse. So I only broke a leg. By the way, I have many screws now in my leg. I haven't seen the x-rays properly yet, but I think that's gonna happen now on Tuesday. I'm gonna have a checkup again. So see what must look interesting now with all the screws in my leg. And I felt so stupid because it was entirely my fault that I fell. And I was all the time, I was just crying, I'm so stupid, I'm so stupid. I didn't cry that much in years. I was crying like every day, just crying all the time. Just because I had to be there. So stupid. I felt so stupid that I fell and that I broke my stupid leg. Yeah, and now I'm home since a week and I didn't do much yet because I still try to find my way. So now I'm on my office chair, just roll around because I cannot put any weight on my leg. So I just hop around on crutches, or you know, I actually have a walker because I'm much more stable on that, like other than on the crutches, you know. I think it's easier, you just want to wash your hands or something. I think it's just easier to have the walker in front of you in case you lose balance, because you're always just on one leg, right? And you can just hold on to it. Other than crutches, wear the crutches, then you always put them aside, you know, you don't grab them fast enough. So I try to find a way here, but everything is so... everything, it takes so much time. Just to go to the loo, it takes so much time. It takes so much time just to bring the camera now here to this spot. I actually wanted to do it on the couch, but I live on the couch now. It's a disaster. And yeah, feeding the dogs is difficult. I can't do anything without the office chair. My dog is drinking now. Let's wait. So every time I need to grab something, I need the office chair to roll around. I also got a wheelchair to go a bit outside, so that's good. I was outside with my husband. Of course, he has to go with, I can't go alone, but so at least I can get out a bit to go with for a little walk with the dog. So obviously not in the forest or anything, but where there's something straight and, you know, more like a road. So there I can go, but that's, you know, it's still not the same. I'm such a, you know, I'm a person who always wants to be outside, who is always running around. Yeah, so now we go another 5 weeks without putting any pressure on it, any weight on it. Hopefully that's it, so that, you know, they have to see how the bone heals. So another 5 weeks of that, and then apparently then I can start to put a little bit of weight on it first, like 15 kilos or 20 kilos, and then I think that will then increase every week or every 2 weeks, I don't know, but I'm still gonna be on crutches for a long time. And now we don't know if we can actually go on holidays. That was in May. I don't know. However, so I complained enough now. This doesn't have any effect on the Faery course. So I didn't upload anything because I didn't have the mindset. But I pre-recorded everything for the Faery course in December and in January. So everything is done. I just have to upload it. So I'm going to do that next week again. So there will be no delays anymore in that. So that can run again. And then otherwise I had requests for readings. I'm really sorry with everything that went on. I completely forgot to make a note on my homepage that I don't do readings at the moment. I'm just not in the mindset. I am not. So I refunded immediately. So you know that I just do readings for the nations. So I refunded the money immediately. And now there is a note on my homepage that I'm not doing readings at the moment. I can't even get really to my tarot cards as I want to. You know, I have to ask my husband, can you bring me this deck? Can you bring me this deck? Can you bring me this deck? It's a bit ridiculous because it's upstairs and I can't go any stairs yet. I can push myself up with, you know, with my tushy, but it's quite a thing to do. It's exhausting. Coming down is not that difficult, but up I'm always really tired after that. Yeah, so I'm not doing any readings, and for another, I don't know, I just need a bit of time. I'm so scattered somehow. Yeah, so now you're up to date with what happened, and as I said, next week I will start again uploading the Faery, the videos for the Faery course. So there was then a little delay, so you had a lot of time. What was the last time? Meet your fairy guide. So you had actually a lot of time to connect with your fairy guide like this. So that's a good thing, I guess. So I don't really know what else to say, because at the moment I'm still in that mindset where I just want to complain. I'm so frustrated at the moment because I can't get out, I can't do my garden work now, can't go out with the dogs, I cannot go out and take photos, I cannot... I'm just sitting inside here and ask for stuff. Can you do this? Can you bring me this? Can you do that, please? It's so annoying. It's so annoying when you are dependent, you know, when everybody else has to do your work. I hate that. I hate that so much. Yeah, sorry. That's what I'm saying. I'm just complaining at the moment. Oh dear. I wish we would be a month older, 5, 6, 7, 2 months older already. But yeah, so I'm gonna watch a lot of TV, and I'm gonna... Well, I can't catch up on my reading, so there's that. I always wanted maybe something to mention. I would say it during the fairy course in 1 or 2 videos, I don't know anymore, that I really want to learn the runes, and that I want to, you know, go much more into Norse mythology. So I have a basic understanding of everything, but I really want to go deeper. And I started that already a bit, so maybe that's the time where I just do that, because I can't do anything else. So the focus will be really on that, reading, and then I have already a little notebook for the runes where I make, where I write everything down. So I wish you all a beautiful day, and if your legs work, go outside, have fun. Yeah, so thank you so much for watching. Much love and many blessings, and bye bye.